Well, we are all back here. I'm here with Bruce Jordan, our co-host for today's GMID22. Thank you all for continuing to be with us. Here we just listened to the co-founder with ConferenceDirect, Brian Stevens. Bruce, what an interesting interview there, right?
Oh yeah, he that guy knew his stuff. He was no joke. One of the things that really stood out for me was the hybrid models. And when he was saying that he had to adapt and adjust, nobody even knew that a hybrid model exists. So, it was something that had to be marketed properly and of course presented. So, talk about an upsell. Like, hey, you know what? I can make some more seats and it won't cost me a thing, but internet connection, the cameras, and a little bit of automation. So that was an amazing revenue source that everyone just had to dive into when the
Yeah.
pandemic occurred.
Yeah, and they have over 6,000 association clients, and that is a lot to take care of, along on top of the associates. But Conference Direct has been around for a long time, and they know their stuff. They know how to service their customers along with working their vendors. So the hybrid model for them comes pretty smoothly because they have that all balanced between, again, the venues and their clients. So I always look to Conference Direct as a great go-to company when you need something done from A to Z, and they do a fantastic job of it. And of course, Brian heads that up along with Brian Ritchie as well, and they do a good job, as you can tell from all the awards that he's winning, and the knight and shining armor as well. I thought that was really a fun thing to talk to him about. But he did also talk about recruitment. Recruitment is here and important at this time. That's the new challenge right now here in the hospitality industry, and he had some good feedback on that.
I was surprised, like especially what's going on right now. It's in so much demand that they're just willing to say, you know what, we need all the help we can get. So not only do they have their internal staff, they're having a hard time hiring recruiters. People are having a hard time hiring recruiters. So if the recruiter can't find a recruiter, you're in trouble.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? That is so true. But I know that he has such a great heart for the hospitality industry. As a matter of fact, he said, with this, after this pandemic and everybody coming back, he said it feels like it's, today is the family reunion when everybody sees each other again. All the hugs and kisses again, and it's like not seeing people for a long time, and that's what it feels like, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're getting hugs and kisses from people with their mask on. They're kissing you with their mask on, so it's all love.
Yeah, absolutely. But he gave some great examples that companies, can have now post-pandemic that are on the positive side. For example, having the option of virtual or in-person can be a whole new strategy for companies and organizations. And he brought that to everybody's attention, all the viewers that watched our conversation. So I thought that was very brilliant.
I didn't realize that when it came to the event, like that would actually be an advantage of doing the
Right.
long distance thing because they will see so many people there that they know and they're not there. So it gives them a sense like, okay, when this event comes around next year, I'm going to make sure that I'm there because I'm missing out on seeing all the people that I know and I can't be there with them. So I never thought about that. So that was a great topic that he touched on.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And you even talked about, before we came back on the air here, about the surprising fact that Hyatt has 50% are resorts. I mean, that was new, right?
I actually started my career with Hyatt, and
Oh,
I didn't even know that. So that was surprising. I
well,
mean,
they probably only had two when you started.
there you go, there you go. It,
No,
it wasn't like it wasn't like this back then.
they probably wouldn't recognize you, right?
but
But
most
yeah,
guests, they're like,
he nailed it as far as talking about saving time, saving money. the travel perspective when it comes to choosing between, should you go virtual, should you go in person? I mean, all the things that he listed is what he and his associates bring to the table for their clients to help them make that better decision. And that's why I think the architect model that ConferenceDirect has and has had for years works.
Listen, to learn the tech side that fast, okay, to learn it that fast and then be able to implement it and actually have people trust it and adapt to it and love it, that in itself is just amazing. So my hat goes off to him because they did an incredible job.
They really did,
Incredible
and
job.
and because of it, they're up and running. They're doing great. They're all experienced 10 times fold now, and they have nowhere else to go than up at this point, and gravitate to even more customers because of it. So, yeah, I'm glad that Brian was here with us, because I knew our show needed somebody that can set that example, that really knows what they're doing and how they do it with multiple, clients and multiple relationships with vendors. Like you said, yeah, they did a fantastic job. Have you ever had clients of yours work with ConferenceDirect or any other third party out there?
I've had clients of mine work with third parties, but like I said before, it's just hard to master the tech side. So when you have someone that can just make it happen at the snap of a finger with no issues and no problems, and everything just runs smoothly and you don't have any worries about, because at the end of the day, it's your customer and your guests. So your reputation, you're relying on someone else to maintain and hold your reputation. And the fact that they can deliver and execute without any issues or problems so fast, it's just
Pretty
incredible.
impressive, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty
absolutely.
impressive, I must say. Yeah, and we'll be following ConferenceDirect more throughout the year, and we'll be seeing them, of course, at conferences as well, and talking to their customers, so we can bring even more updates along the way. But Brian Stevens is definitely an icon in the industry. A great man, a delightful man. We really enjoyed having him on the show, and I know we'll definitely be seeing him, hopefully in person instead of virtual, but it's good to have the option.
Oh yeah.
Good to have
Oh
the
yeah.
option. Well, next up, we want to talk with Michelle Woolmoth, who is the CEO and founding partner for Creativity. And he is representing Mexico. So that is who we're going to talk to next, right here on Hospitality Today Live for this special edition of GMID 22.